actually done. He doesn't know the scandal of Turkestro with Turkplex. He doesn't know about the test they've done on various supplements, vindicating each of the supplements, and proving that Derek did not sell a Jupiter Statica, but that it was most likely cyanosis. And so imagine sitting there thinking that Derek is such a genuine guy, when if you know the dirt on Derek the way I do, well, you know what we need to do? We need to get Solomon to make another video. The Triple Towers. We've already taken down Mike Israetel. We've taken down Jeff Nippon. And next, Derek for more plates, more days. I mean, if you knew, how many times do I make shit up? How many times have I been proven right? And so, if you've been watching what's going on with Derek and Jeff Nippon, you would know the same exact thing to Derek.
There's a lot of people out there that kind of understand supplements a little bit better and are trying to do things the right way.
Yeah, and so where's my mention, Flood? I mean, you know I've been vindicated. Where is my mention? He mentions Derek. Derek is the opposite of Coach Grant.
But they're using nowhere near the clinical dose. So I'm like, your claim is complete bullshit. But the funny thing is, there's nobody out there checking.
Shall we check them? I literally checked Derek again just to make sure that if I got sued, I would have chain of custody proof that I wasn't lying. Do I look like I'm lying? When I called Derek out 15 freaking times if I was lying, Derek has even more money than Coach Greg. If I was lying, don't you think he would be suing me right now?
Yeah, the claim that Turkplex and Turkestro, it's complete bullshit. I mean, there was what, 0.36 milligrams, something like that?
What is telephone spelled backwards?
The word telephone spelled backwards is T-elephone.
We have over 50% more Turk than label claim. We have literally using Turk Platinum. How many of you believe that I'm not? Does one person out there think that I'm pretending to use my own supplements? Let's look at my physique and let's compare it to Derek's. Who do you think looks like they're taking their own supplements? Well, Derek might very well be taking his own Turk because he's lost 20 pounds of muscle. Coach Greg, on the other hand, I've gotten bigger and I haven't increased my dose of testosterone. I've posted my blood work numerous times for everyone to see. But has Derek done the same? And so, no, I'm not going to divulge Derek's cycle, of which I've been handed in secret. We don't want to get sued, but I know it. I know Derek's cycle. Former employees, when they leave, sometimes they can't give them their secrets and they share them to the world. But I was told, no, don't expose Derek. And so, I won't.
You know, like I use the Genius Shop every day, and it's not a marketing ploy. And I'm not formally affiliated with a brand. I buy Genius Shop with my own money.
And so, Mike Israetel doesn't own Genius Shop. Like, he's not even an owner, yet he says it's PhD approved and he's been involved in the manufacturing, he's done all of these things, but he's not even an owner. He says he buys it himself with his own money. How many of you think I go out there and go buy Turk Builder Max? I go on. Not only is he addicted to sniffing creatine and other forms of recreational drugs, he was addicted to girls, to partying, to having a great time, and was one of the most highest paid actors in the world. During his stint of 2.5 Men, of which I watched almost every episode, he was being paid at his peak approximately $2 million per episode. And so he went on the Tucker Carlson program, of which he was very open, honest, transparent, talking about everything.
He had a network, Les Moonves, to my house to help him with the water.
It's a spread. I remember with testosterone being absorbed fairly quickly. You have to use it perhaps 2, maybe even 3 times per day. I mean, some people perhaps do it once a day, but remember, you're going to have peaks and valleys. If you do it once a day, it's going to absorb into your skin. It's going to be higher at one point than the other. And so by doing it 2 or 3 times a day, you're getting more stable blood levels. Imagine you're doing perhaps 3 doses a day. Let's call it 2 doses a day. Every 12 hours. Instead of doing 2 doses times 7 days, which is 14 doses, you say, you know what, I'm going to do the whole entire bottle and do 40 doses all at one time. And you just lather it up like it's some kind of cream. You know, I've got some ashy elbows and I rub it here, rub it there, rub it all over my body. And I'm just walking around. I'm eventually, in the next several hours, going to absorb perhaps an entire 2 weeks, maybe a month worth of testosterone. All they might want to throw up, they have anxious energy. Do you not see that regardless of the drug, if you do way too much of it, you can have negative experiences. Just to make this point clear, both testosterone and creatine are both lethal if taken in high enough doses. Now, testosterone, you'd have to do approximately 10 times more than the sniffing of the creatine. But if you do enough of it, it can in fact kill you, and I'm talking about instantly, like that, not in 10 years, not the way it could affect Togi or other professional bodybuilders, but people who would be so crazy as to do ridiculous doses all at once, you're more likely to inject other things into your body. And so what he told me is, Greg, whatever you do not ever inject drugs into your veins. Once he went from using recreational drugs, you know, snorting, swallowing, and so on, but then went to using IVs, he said it was game over. He couldn't stop. He was addicted. He was full blown. He couldn't stop. He was getting in car accidents. And so, please be careful. Remember, no one plans on eventually being addicted to what they're doing. Saying, oh, you know, I'll just use steroids. I'll never become an addict. I'll just start using this drug. I'll start sniffing creatine, but I'll never inject.
40 years, which worked me.